I'm legally insane. And my wife left me and took the kids. Thanks a lot, Karen. All because I have a Nintendo game collecting addiction. But you know what my wife didn't take? She didn't take the Switch games. So in the end, I got the last laugh. I'm still laughing to this day. I'm doing nothing but laughing. Hope she comes back. The Nintendo Switch is more than just Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. What you may not realize is that the Nintendo Switch has quietly become the greatest hidden gem machine of all time, surpassing even the PlayStation 2. I'm telling you, it has surpassed the PS1 and the PS2. And it's still going. They're still making games to this day. Beneath all those big name titles and AAA games is a massive library of indie developed hidden gems, cult classics, retro collections, surprise ports of old favorites like the Rocket Knight Adventures and the Turok Trilogy, and an unlimited supply of brand new retro style experiences that feel straight out of the 16-bit era. All the way up to the PS1 and even the Sega Dreamcast PS2 era. To me, the Nintendo Switch feels like a modern console built for old school OG gamers like myself. And I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. Today, I'm starting a brand new series where we will be discussing every single hidden gem Nintendo Switch game ever made. Yeah, it's going to be a while. This is going to be a series that's going to go on for many years. Many of the games that you will see in this series are not only the best on the entire console, but they are among the best of the best games ever made in history. And every single game, at minimum, started off as a hidden gem. So let's get started with 5 absolute bangers. Get your guns ready, 6 bullets in the chamber. You're about to blow your balls off. And I know, because I already did. A couple times. Starting off with game number 1, one of my all-time personal favorites. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. How many times have I mentioned this game? How many times? And how many times am I yet going to mention it? Because I'm never going to stop mentioning it. Because that's how good it is. It is one of my top 3 games of all time, and it might even be number 1. I haven't actually sat down to rank him out, and the reason it may not be number 1 is because I don't know if I'm ready to dethrone Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo. I sunk a lot of hours into that game. It was a big part of my childhood. I don't know if I'm ready to dethrone that thing. But if somebody was going to dethrone it, hypothetically, this is the game. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim was developed by Vanillaware. If you're familiar with Vanillaware, they made Odin Sphere among many other all-time greats. Dragon's Crown, one of the best beat-em-ups ever made, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. That's Vanillaware. These guys know how to make good games, and it was published by Atlas. Atlas doesn't publish bad games. They never have, with like 1 or 2 exceptions, okay? But they've only ever published unique games. that are actually still good. This game came out in 2019 and it was ported to the Nintendo Switch in 2022. And that's when I first heard about it. And we'll get into that later. But that's when I got the game on a whim. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is a side scrolling adventure game, often called a visual novel. It's not a visual novel, but it's often called that because the emphasis is on the story. The game's entire focus, it's heavily on the story. But it's also a real-time strategy RPG.
The only chance we have of surviving is to fight back with the Sentinels.
Now, let's go!
I'll fight and protect everyone.
Do you understand the situation we're in? That area is under attack by D-forces.
I gotta dance with these chumps first.
Let's do this together. That was awesome. You got them all in one shot.
Slow down. Different combat situations might call for different weapons.
I'm back in the fight.
The gameplay is split into 3 modes, but the main 2 are the combat missions and the adventure mode. So in the combat missions, which to be honest, I didn't care that much about. Some people love the combat missions, don't get me wrong. Some people love it. And it is very in-depth and a lot of strategy involved. And it's very unique. Almost plays like a tower defense game even. You just got waves of enemies coming at you. And you're using your abilities and using your combos and picking your teams, who's going to fight, how are you going to level up your characters, what skills are you going to put your points into, your level up money into, your credits. And if you make the wrong choices, you're going to have a hard time. I'm not even going to tell you what the bad choices are, but if you do that, when it comes to that final level, which is a very famous and notorious final battle, it's the most insane final battle ever made in the history of RPGs. I mean, if you made poor choices, you're gonna have a hard time. But here's the best part of it: there is an easy mode. It's called casual mode, and that's what I played on. And I did that not because the combat sucks. I didn't particularly enjoy it that much, but I still had fun. But I did it because I didn't care for it. I wanted the story. Get me back to the story as fast as possible. And some of the story plays out in the combat missions too. So the second main mode is the side-scrolling adventure mode. This is where you explore and interact with the world, interact with other characters, make dialect choices, and piece together this giant sci-fi mystery. Did I mention this is a sci-fi game? Because that's important. Anybody who likes sci-fi, this is the game for you. If that's a genre that you even just remotely have an interest in, pay attention. Start taking notes. I'm doing you a favor. This is a bucket list game. This is a game that everyone and their mother should have on their bucket list and experience at least once before you die. And you only need to do it once. That's it. So there's this giant mystery going on, and this is where the game got me. And it's going to get you too. It sucks you in immediately. And it never stops sucking. Similar to John Bunday's mother. It just don't stop. The game, I mean, in a way, it almost plays like a detective game. I felt like a detective trying to solve this friggin' this chaos that's going on. And the game is constantly revealing things to you and giving you answers. You have all these questions. It'll feed you the answers. But every time you get answers, you get more questions. And so it's relentless. You never want to stop playing. It's like reading a good book. You never want to put the book down because it just keeps getting better and better and better. And there's no slow period. There's no period that says, okay, this is a good time to take a break, take a pause, I'll come back to it. No. There is no pause in 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. There is only keep playing until you beat the game. You're going to eat, sleep, and think about the game until you finally beat it. And this is the type of game that you need to go into it blind, so do not look up any reviews because you cannot have any spoilers. You can check out the reviews and the retrospectives and the documentaries after the fact. But until then, avoid everything. I bought this game on a whim thanks to passionate gamers like you in the comments section of the Nintendo Switch trailer. So back in 2022, so that's when I bought my copy and probably beat my copy that same year. And I went back and I found that same comment. And I want to share it with you today and a few others. This user named Blamite, he is the reason I bought this game. He says, best game I've played in years. My only advice is to go in knowing as little about the story as possible. The way it unfolds and constantly surprises you is the best part. And it'd be a dang shame to know too much ahead of time. This is the kind of game I wish I could completely erase my memories of to experience it again for the first time. Or to experience it for the first time again. That comment sold me. And I haven't regretted it. I didn't even understand how exactly the game played when I bought it. I went in blind. And that's how I recommend you go in to a game like this as well. Josh says this is a must-play game, not only for the game itself, but also for the music. The composer of the song in this video is Hitoshi Sakamoto, composer of Dragon's Crown, Odin Sphere, Muramasa Demon Blade, Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics. Holy hell, man. This guy did Final Fantasy Tactics? Some real good music in that one. Valkyria Chronicles and many others. Here's 3 comments back to back in a row that I found, all saying the same thing. For real, this might be one of the most underrated games ever. A legitimate masterpiece anyone can get into. Yeah, if you like a good story, you're going to like this one. Love Lorne Lover Girl, that's quite the name, says the game is a total masterpiece. It's a shame not a lot of people know about it. Did I tell you that this series is about hidden gems? So if you're telling me, well, that game's not a hidden gem. Yeah, but it's been 5 years since it came out? So yeah, more people know about it today, but guess what? Not enough know about it, even to this day. It was a hidden gem when it came out, and I'm telling you right now, even though it sold probably 1 million copies or more, it's still a hidden gem. There are so many RPG lovers out there that don't know about it, so many sci-fi lovers that don't know about it, adventure game lovers that don't know about it, people that hate RPGs but don't understand that they're going to like this game even if they hate RPGs that don't know about it. And until they figure it out, this is going on the hidden gem list. Tangy Tablets says, just finished the game and I love it. To be honest, it was just one twist after the other with the 13 individual stories. All characters are likable and in their own way. And the visuals and the music are chef kiss quality. Char Drive says, do yourself a favor and get this game. Was definitely a slept on Game of the Year contender when it came out. It should have been Game of the Year. No questions asked. Game number 2 is Horizon Chase Turbo. One of the best racing games ever made. 10 out of 10. Retro style arcade racer. And I'm not even a racing guy. If you follow this channel, you know I'm not a racing guy. Not really into racing games. I'm really not. Talk about them all the time, I know. But that's because I was fortunate to have stumbled upon some of the all-time greats, some of the all-time classics back in the day. And I played them in their prime. Games like F-Zero, Top Gear, and Top Gear 2 on the Super Nintendo. But I've also played some of the newer releases like Daytona USA back in the arcade. I also played a lot of Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 back when they were in their prime, when they were brand new releases. Played those on PC back in the day. Some of the very few PC games that I owned. But other than those classics, I mostly ignored racing games. That is, until I laid my eyes on Horizon Chase Turbo. This is the game that brought me back to racing. This is racing done right. Pixel art 16-bit style. As if it were a modern Top Gear game. And that's exactly what it was designed to be. And that's the beauty of it. This is designed to be what Top Gear could be if they made it today, right now. If they continued the series and actually put time and effort into it. This is what Top Gear could have been, and this has surpassed Top Gear in every way. This game is Top Gear on steroids. And they even brought back the original Top Gear composer for the music. I mean, the soundtrack alone, 10 out of 10. The soundtrack alone makes the game good. If you made the racing garbage, just the soundtrack alone is so good it would salvage the entire game. And there's a lot of other content here too. This is not just mindless arcade racing, like the original Top Gear. There's a lot of strategy involved in every single thing that you do. Every single track, every single car, every single area that you use your nitro, how you pick up the gas canisters, how you pick up the coins, everything, there's going to be some strategy involved. Now, that being said, it also doesn't mean that you need a car with very high fuel mileage for a longer track. However, if you do choose a car that doesn't have high fuel mileage, it means you need to make sure you pick up the gas canisters, and if you miss one gas can, you're done for. You've lost the race. And believe me, it's not easy to guarantee that you're in the right lane at the right time for those gas canisters, even if you memorize where they are on the track. If you're in, a jam with some other cars, it's just not going to be feasible to get the gas canister and still get first place. It doesn't just end at fuel though. You will need to collect the extra nitro boosts on each level as well. Unless you're a crazy good driver, then maybe you can get away with not getting them. But keep in mind, it's easy to miss both the fuel and the nitro. They are not exactly laid out in perfect locations, and it's very easy to miss them.
But wait! There's more!
In order to unlock all of the bonus content like new cars, you will also need to collect all of the silver tokens.
But wait! There's more!
Not only do you also need to collect all of the tokens, you have to do all of this while still managing to come in first place.
But wait! There's more!
And the tokens, like the gas and the nitro, are not always placed in the most convenient lane. Needless to say, the replayability for this game is high, meaning you will be racing the same track over many times until you master and memorize the locations for the silver coins, nitro, and the fuel canisters. The World Tour is no joke. It will take some time to complete everything, especially if you want all of the unlockables. But is that really a bad thing? How many other retro-style racers had this much content? You really do get your money's worth here, and I'm telling you, you can easily sink over 40 hours of gameplay here. This game may be fun, but you're still gonna get some good, solid rage moments in. Game number 3, Blade Strangers on the Nintendo Switch. This is a 2D crossover fighting game published by Nicalis in 2018. Complete hidden gem. This game went completely under the radar. Ain't nobody know about Blade Strangers unless you watch my channel and you saw my original video where I had this in a pickups video. And if you didn't see that video, ain't nobody know about this game. And it's a real shame. But every month that passes, more people learn. Word is spreading. It's slow, but it spreads. This is the very definition of a hidden gem fighting game. It's a niche fighting game. It has flaws. And that's probably a reason why it had never took off like Street Fighter. Didn't exactly become the next Mortal Kombat now, did it? But this is an indie game, keep that in mind. They don't have the AAA budget of a Street Fighter V or a Mortal Kombat. They don't have that kind of budget. And look what they made. They made a real gem here. This is in a niche of its own that I've not seen anyone else do. It's what I call a newbie-friendly fighting game with simplistic controls. Easy to learn, easy to play, but don't let that fool you because guess what? It is hard to master. So if you want to get advanced with it, you want to get some cheap strategies going, yeah, there's enough depth there for even a hardcore fighting game fan to pick it up and really master it to the point where you're an unstoppable force, just like in every other fighting game. But the focus is on the newbie-friendly aspects. It also has a absolutely insane playable roster filled with classic indie characters from very popular games such as Shovel Knight. I think everyone knows Shovel Knight. Binding of Isaac. Bet you didn't expect that one now, did you? Cave Story. Did you think that one was coming? Because you should have. Look at the publisher. Nicalis is the publisher. They've got characters from Code of Princess. They've even got a character from 1001 Spikes. So there's a lot of really unique characters that you're not going to find anywhere else. That's part of the charm of the game too, right? But what really makes it unique is that the game avoids the more complex directional inputs seen in classic fighters like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Because I'm not into those. I like simplistic moves. Games where I can spam the same thing over and over again. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. I mean, no sense hiding that. That's what I do. That's what I do in a fighting game. I find a nice simple move that's real cheap and I like to spam it. Well, this game is spam, cheap as hell friendly. This game is friendly to spammers like me, cheap ass gamers like me. People who try to cheat the system, find something cheap, and I spam it until you rage quit. You perform your attacks and your special moves by pressing one single directional input, so up, left, right, down, on your D-pad, and one other button on the other side, one of the 4 buttons. That's it. Every single move. Very similar to Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers being one of the best of all time party games, anyone can pick up and play, but it's way more difficult for a newbie to actually win, I do believe, in Smash Brothers versus Blade Strangers. So when you're looking to break up the monotonous gameplay of just playing Smash Brothers at your next party game night, why don't you take a break from Smash Bros, pop in Blade Strangers for an old school pass the controller party night? And I've done it. And I could verify everybody had a good time. And everybody, even the noobs, even the girls, even the women playing, the women and the children, they had a fighter's chance to beat even the best of the best. I want to share a press release with you that Nicalis put out in 2017, because I think it's important to understand what they were trying to accomplish with this game, so that you can truly understand that it really is a hidden gem and it really is good. Old press release, June 12th, 2017, before this game came out. The game uses a 4-button control scheme in which all attacks are triggered by various combinations of action buttons. By avoiding the use of traditional quarter circle and half circle garbage input commands, Nicalis and Studio Seisensen, the developers, hope that the less complex controls of Blade Strangers will allow new players to get into the fighting game genre. The development team's goal is to revitalize a once mighty fan community that has the potential to grow even larger. Now, this is the quote I really like. The first time I played Blade Strangers, I couldn't believe that both the control and the game mechanics were so intuitive. That means easy for you very low IQ individuals, says Nicalis president Tyrone Rodriguez, himself a longtime competitive fighting game player. He's one of those Mortal Kombat Street Fighter guys. And he says it was immediately fun. And even though it was just an early demo, I could see that it already had the gameplay depth of a classic 2D fighter from the 90s. So there's still depth to it despite the easy control schemes. Now, I don't think you're going to find anyone online to play with anymore. It's friggin' 2026, man. Good luck. I didn't even test it, and I don't plan to test it, because I don't think you're going to find anyone. But if you do, you're in for a treat, because the last time I found somebody online, which I think I just got lucky, I gave that guy a whooping of a lifetime. He rage quit. I tried to add him as a friend so that we could play some more, and I never seen him show up online ever again. I think he smashed his Nintendo Switch, and to be honest, he probably jumped off the roof of his house, head first. And I don't blame him. After the whooping he got, I would have done the same thing. What is he doing? He's going random? Oh, I can't believe somebody actually came online. So you can have a setting where you're just waiting for a match at all times. So I think he's doing all of this. This isn't me. I wish I had a microphone set up or the Nintendo Switch app. Maybe I'll send this guy a friend request, whoever this guy is. Oh, this is going to be sick. He's probably going to whoop me too. And that's a cheap character too, I'm telling you. Master T that he chose. Although I think he might have random. That's a cheap character. Oh, this is going to be a battle, dude. Yo, you want some of this? Oh, good luck, buddy. Oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm going to stop doing that. I feel too bad. This might just be a little kid. Oh, I should have kept doing it. Now he's punishing me. Oh, snap. Come on. Oh, frig, this guy ain't playing around. Oh, I should not have given him a chance. Oh, no. Screw you, buddy. Oh, come on. Oh, he's got me in the corner. He's being cheap. Oh, no. Oh, I want a rematch. Okay, I'm going to have to be super cheap. There's no letting this guy have a chance. Okay. Oh boy, this guy means business. Oh no. Oh, come on, you want some of that? Come on, you want some of that? How about this? You want oh, frig. Oh, screw this guy. Oh, you want some of this? Oh, come on, buddy. You want that cheapness? You're done now. You're done. You're done, buddy. You're done. Oh, you're done. Oh, man. This is too good. Oh, gosh. I'm too good. I'm the new king of this game. I am the freaking king. I'm not going to do that again, though. He might not want to play with me anymore if I do that again. I don't want to, piss him off to the point where he won't play anymore. We've already established that I am the king of this game and I cannot be beaten. He might have actually left because it's frozen right now. I made him rage quit. Oh no! Come on, buddy. Why is it lagging so bad? Game number 5. Sega Genesis Classics Collection. And buddy, I already know what you're thinking. I already know. You're thinking right now. That's not a hidden gem. That game has been on every single console since the PS3. And on top of that, those games are all old. There's friggin' Sega Genesis games. You're thinking, what are you thinking, you retard? That's what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm retarded. And you're partially correct. You're partially correct, I ain't gonna lie. And yeah, it's true, these games are old. And it's true, these games are maybe not hidden gems because everyone knows about them. But you know what? Your mom's not a hidden gem either. You don't see me complaining. Whole town knows about her. She's 69 years old. She's pretty old too, buddy. She ain't exactly young no more. You don't see me complaining. You don't see anybody else complaining. So when I say that this is a hidden gem, I don't want to see you complaining either. You see, this is my list of hidden gems. And some of them ain't as hidden as others, okay? But you know what? There are still great games that I'm bringing here to the table, and I only bring the best of the best. And all the games on here, over 50 games on the Sega Genesis Classics collection. Every single one is a good game. But guess what? This is what you didn't know. They added new features and new and different games on this version than the PS3 or the 360 version. There are differences. Some good, some bad. Like, I'm pretty sure the PS3 360 version had Sonic 3, and they got rid of that one. It's not on here anymore. But they also added a rewind feature, and that's a pretty good feature. Save states is one thing. Sure, everyone loves save states, but rewind feature is also really, really nice to have. It's just as important as having save states. And for that reason, the PS3 version is now obsolete. This is now the definitive version. And obviously, they'll come out with another version, but it's going to have different games. They've already started online on Steam. They've already started removing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3 because they want you to buy the Sonic Origins collection. Those sons of bitches know how to get your money. There's also a mirror mode. I haven't tried it yet, but this is pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. I think it means you go through the level backwards, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of great games on here. Gain Ground? Hell, that alone makes it worth it. Gain Ground is one of the best two-player games ever made. And the arcade version sucks. I doubt if you're thinking, oh, I'll just download the arcade version. No, you won't, because that version sucks. I paid full price for it. It wasn't even on sale. The thing never goes on sale. And I turned it off after 2 minutes. It's not the same game. It's not as good. I think you get unlimited continues as well, which is ridiculous. That's one of the problems with these arcade versions. Home console ports, they just give you unlimited continues. Well, that's not how you play the game properly. It's got Alien Storm on it, Alien Soldier, Altered Beast, Beyond Oasis, and Biohazard Battle. I mean, that alone, you got to get this game. So, it's got Streets of Rage 2 on it as well. Let's talk about that. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. Those games, eSWAT, City Under Siege, Comic Zone, Crackdown, that's a two-player game, two-player co-op. Golden Axe 1, 2, and 3, Gunstar Heroes, Landstalker, Phantasy Star 2, Phantasy Star 3, Phantasy Star 4, Shadow Dancer. I mean, endless possibilities. Shining Force 1 and 2, yeah, we get it. We get it. Shinobi 3, we get it. But here's the kicker. You're thinking, well, once again, that ain't no hidden gem. But here's the thing. Yes, it is. Because not enough people own this game. Everyone in the world should own this game, and they don't. How many people do you think actually own this game? Do you own it? The guy right now calling me out. You're calling me out right now saying, you son of a bitch. That ain't no hidden gem. I'm getting pissed off because that shouldn't be on this list. Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm asking you, do you own this game? And if you say no, then I'm telling you right now it's a hidden gem. And I bet you most of the people watching this game, they know, or watching this video, they know about this game, but they don't own it. And they've never played it. And I want you to buy the game. It's dirt cheap. Very common. Very common game. Dirt cheap. And I want you to play it with a friend. I want you to play Streets of Rage 2, even though you have it on the Sega Genesis. I don't care. Put it in your Switch and play two-player and tell me if you didn't have a good time. I want you to play Biohazard Battle. And on two-player, you tell me you didn't have a good time. I want you to pop in Beyond Oasis start to finish. And you tell me what you think. Oh yeah, and Gain Ground. I mean, that one's the best of them all, actually. You're going to be using the save states. If you and a buddy actually want to play and beat that game, you're going to be using save states. Yeah, and you're going to be doing multiple playthroughs until you get as far as you can without dying and without losing any characters, and you're going to save state. And then you're going to go back to it. But I recommend first, before you even use a save state, play through it a couple times. And just get as far as you can. Because you got to get good. But you're also going to have a good time doing it. Give it a try. That's the thing. A lot of people, they don't understand that I know a thing or two about a good game. That I have the magic touch. Those that listen, they get it. Sometimes people listen to me, believe it or not. I remember one time somebody bought a Space for the Unbound on my recommendation, and I hadn't even played it yet, but I knew it was going to be good. Yeah, I knew it was going to be good, and we talked about it after. And he had the same experience that I had, in that we were both playing it basically at the same time almost. And the game starts off real slow, and you start questioning your purchase, and you say, what is going on here? I thought this was a 10 out of 10 game, but I'm not feeling it. But then as you just got to stick with it. And about halfway in, it starts to get good. And by the time you finish it, you blow your balls off. That's what I did. Where's my gun? I'm going to do it right now. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to over 9,000 subscribers, and I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. I post full-length episodes on the Patreon. If you want to support the channel, you want to see more content like this, leave a comment below and join the Patreon. But more importantly, leave a comment below so that I know what type of content to make. I'm always open to constructive feedback. I'm trying to mix up the content, as you can tell, in 2026, I've been doing new things, experimenting with new things, a lot of experimenting and changes. And part of that reason is to avoid burnout because I was starting to get burned out. A lot of research involved in some of my videos when I do pricing videos and whatnot. I do I try to really get some good information. And some people don't like that, but that's what I like. And I make the content that I enjoy. And I like doing deep dives on games. That's like one of my favorite things to do in the hobby of collecting is really diving in deep. I like to go deep. I go deep on John Bunday's mother every Friday night. I like to go balls deep. And that's the best way to do it. Everybody knows that's the best way to do it.
Pull up a chair, it's the round table zone. Diapers on tight, yes, podcast thrown. Snare snaps crisp, baseline grown. We legally insane, rare games get shown. Got cartridges stacked, golden like a grail. Stories on deck, off the rails, never stale. Controller in hand, we ready to wail. Grab your snacks and your juice, set sail. Diaper time, strap it in fast. Round table spin, rare games to the last. Crazy talk, crazy play, never outclass. Diaper up now, this party's broadcast. Yo, pixelated dreams and them polygons gleam. Rare like the games, we the kings of the stream. Couch co-op vibes, we a player 2 team. Joystick legends, it's a retro theme scene. A swing beat pop, horns blowing off steam. Insane like banjo in a kazoo dream. Diaper up quick, man, don't lose your scheme. Round table reigns supreme, extreme. Diaper time, strap it in fast. Round table spin, rare games to the last. Crazy talk, crazy play, never outclass. Diaper up now, this party's broadcast. It's a console confessional, rare is the vibe. We talking deep dives, memory revive. Buttons get mashed, legends collide. Diapers locked in, don't let them slide. Round table glow, it's the podcast spark. Diapers on tight, we ignite in the dark. So grab a seat, let the madness embark. We legally insane, rare games leave a mark.